Mm. Hey guys, if there's anybody out there watching, hey, how you doing? Um, I just I've been outside all day in the garage cleaning. We took two more loads of stuff to the dump, and still got to go back on Tuesday because that's the day that they can accept like old paint cans and stuff like that. So we got a load of stuff to take on Tuesday, and my husband will probably load it up tomorrow on the truck so to be ready to just roll out with it. And then yeah, put some stuff on Facebook or Craigslist, like a Bowflex and an exercise treadmill, and get those out of the garage and go from there. Got to put a new door handle on the exterior door because it's not locking like it should be. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I think there's a door knob downstairs, a new doorknob kit downstairs. So I'll do that tomorrow after I finish work. But I finished the fingerless gloves I was doing for my knit buddy Pam that when we meet over at Baba's. And this is the yarn that she had, and it's dragonfly fibers, and the colorway was Traveler Redbud. And there's probably enough in there to knit a hat to go with those. I'll put this back in the center for her. But it's real pretty yarn. Very pretty yarn. I'll let you guys see what it looks like. I think the cats came out. I forgot to shut the door to my room, so hopefully they haven't been up here on my desk. And there you go. Fingerless gloves. And like I said, I don't know what my problem is with socks. And I can do like these fingerless gloves only took me less than a week to do. Just working on off and on my lunch breaks. And then Saturday I finished the second glove in just one day. And yeah, I just don't know why I have this mental thing with doing socks. When I do fingerless gloves, no problem, and they're basically just socks, you know. so so I got to get these to her with her leftover yarn. So those came out really nice, even though they don't look as good just sitting here like this. But once you put them on, they pretty much conform to your hands. And the way I do the thumbs, you don't have a left or a right thumb, so the gloves could go on either hand. You know, there's no left or right. It doesn't matter. These are done with the afterthought thumb, where you do a buttonhole opening for the thumb. And yeah, so it's not a complicated pattern. It's a very easy pattern. You can do the decorative items however you want to. Excuse any dirt under my nails. I've been outside working all day. So yeah. So I got to get that to her. So one of the things I found when I was cleaning out the garage was some of my daughter's old drawings. So we're gonna look at those and see what she had in there. And some supplies. So this is some black poster board, and it is foam board. And so we're gonna keep that. So let's see. All right. So this is using what looks like a charcoal wash. It's just a still life. I don't know what year she did this. Oh, it's graded, so nice. Something. Pay attention to plain change. So I think she was in high school when she did this one. I think that was Mr. Singleton graded that. Ooh, these look nice. These are pastels, chalk pastels. Give it. Cupcakes. Look at those. Those are nice. I like that. She needs to frame that. It's on black paper. So this was December the 30th, I think, when she did that one. And she turned it in late. So yeah, these are when she was in high school. Oh, this is a self-portrait. Hers. It looks like it was done in. Trying to see if I smell it. I don't think these are oils. Probably acrylics. Yeah. She didn't finish that eye. Those eyes do not match. This is definitely high school stuff. I can tell by the quality of it. Oil and acrylic on canvas. 2008. So yeah, she was in high school. See, she didn't have anything written on this one. But this is probably high school too. I like this one. So I have a print of this one. She put a date on this one. No. This is another self-portrait. I don't know if y'all can see that. There you go. From when she was little. She didn't finish it. She got lazy. Acrylic. And the obligatory shoe. And pen. Another piece of foam board, but it's jacked up. This is like might have been watercolors. Did she say? No. It's some kind of wash of a skull. It's too big to fit up under there. There you go. So this is one of hers. I'm not sure what it was for. It's got another whole half a page of pastel paper. She needs to make like a big, what they call those things you put on the top of the table, big books like that. Just her artwork in it. Her old artwork. This is weird. Okay. Hey, Barb. How are you? I was cleaning out the garage and I found some of my daughter's old drawings from high school. So I was just sharing them. She should have wrote on these, like the year and stuff. I like this one. I like this one a lot. So this one is monochromatic. Real pretty. These are from when she was in high school. I really like that one. To get out one frame. This is a watercolor. Candies. How's your day been, Barb? This one's kind of muddy. This is what I would call one of her lazy pictures. But she got some acrylic in there too. Whatever it is, it's still sticky even after all these years. Probably didn't seal it. Oh, this one definitely needs to be framed. Look at that. The Buddha. And this is a watercolor. This one, I love this one. These are my daughters. She's here in the house. So I can't really do anything with them because they're hers. But some of them I want to frame. Look at that one. She should do a video. She should do a video where she takes one of her old drawings, and since this was when she was in high school in 2008 and 2009, she should take and do a video where she redraws one of her old drawings. I have been outside since like 8 this morning, cleaning out the garage. My husband took 2 loads of stuff from out of the garage to the dump. And then this Tuesday, because only on Tuesdays and Saturdays, on specific times, do they let you take like old paint cans and stuff. And so Tuesday has to go back and take like all the old paint cans and stuff to the dump as well. So I like that one too. So this one is 2014. That's 2014. No, 2010. So this one is 2010. Okay. All right. So she has papers, and these are charcoals, and I don't think she sprayed them since she has this paper separating. So it was a still life study, wine bottles, a pitcher, and pear. Oh, check this one out, Bob. Look at that. Light is so bright. There. You can kind of see it better like that. A tractor and a shovel to clear it out, huh? So this looks like pastels. Yeah, and she didn't so this was what they had to do somebody else, like John Singer Sargent's Carnation Lily Rose. They had to do that for school. She didn't finish. She didn't use any type of finish. This looks like a wash. I guess they had to do Artist Unknown. Draw to Tuesday. Oh yeah. She recently did a commission for an attorney here in Virginia and illustrated a book for that attorney. She illustrated what's this called? The kids starts with an A, but it's not alt. What's the word? It's the learning disability that kids have. It starts with an A. It's not Alzheimer's. It starts with an A. I can't think of it right now. Daggone it. She illustrated a book for the local society here for autism for the kids with autism, and as well. This is pencil, shiny. And this is a shoe, and it's on what do they call this brown paper? Craft paper. It's an ugly shoe. Ugly. I remember those shoes. They were ugly shoes. Oh, so this one is nice. I think this is acrylic. Yeah. These are some cups. I like this one. Well, it might be oils. It's a stain the back. It might be oils. I don't know. She didn't put what it was. I can't really tell. It's oils. You can smell it. So these are oil. This is oil. Your husband's an attorney. Let me get the paper and I'll show it to you. I have a copy of the book somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Show that to you too. Where are the papers where? Okay, I'm back. All right, so the author is Stephanie Morales, and I bought the book. Where did I put the book? You have a gazillion books. It's hard to find just one. I did a video. It's in my room somewhere. I'll find it. But so this attorney who wrote the book, she's a Portsmouth Commonwealth attorney, and putting illustrated it for her. She's been getting some press lately about the book. And I did a little walkthrough of the book when I first bought my copy of it. So piece of paper I can use. Alright, so here's another chalk pastel. That's a self-portrait. No, autism. It was a book on autism that she did an illustration for the local Chesapeake Autism Association, and they give it to the families when their kids are first start being seen by, I guess, the psychiatrists and stuff in that business. All right, here's a gecko. I like that. She wrote the book. The attorney wrote the book, and my daughter illustrated it. It's a book about like you could be a lawyer kind of thing. Like they had like career day, and her daughter didn't know what she wanted to do, so the mom took her to work with her, and she realized that she could be a lawyer. She went into court. I guess the mom was a stenographer or something, or a clerk of court, and the little girl realized that she could be a lawyer. This is another oil of cups and stuff, and I like this one too. I like that green. Yeah. Pastel paper. She was practicing doing peppers. Probably with white Conte. Looks neat. The stacked boxes. That's a pretty good exercise. Just doing some stacked boxes. A brown paper bag. This doesn't look like it got finished. Trying to adjust my light so it's not so bright. This graphite is reflective. Too bad this cup doesn't have. So that other little girls we couldn't know would know that option is out there for them for careers. It's gonna drive me nuts now. I can't just put my hands on. There it is. All right, found it. Okay, so it's called The Day I Became a Lawyer, and it's written by a lawyer who is Stephanie Morales. So it's supposed to be an inspirational book for young girls, people who other ethnic backgrounds, to inspire them that there's other options out there for you if you don't know what you want to be. So this little girl, and I made my daughter sign it for me. So she basically went back to her childhood, to the day she decided to become a lawyer. That moment where she realized that this is what she could do, because it will allow her to talk as much as she wanted to. She could meet different people every day, and she could help people. So that's basically the mom took the little girl to work with her for career day, so that she could see that there's other jobs out there besides being like other kids wanted to be a firefighter, a scientist, a veterinarian, the different things that other kids wanted to be, but she didn't like those careers. She didn't know what she wanted to be. And so it upset her. So then the mom wanted to do something to make her feel better. The mom took her to work. And see, she heard that she could talk to people, talk to everyone all day, because talking was her favorite thing to do. And so they walked through the metal detectors, all that stuff. She met like one of the guards. She could talk to the guards. Like she met police officers, sheriffs, probation officers, counselors, administrators, and many others. And while she was having a good time, she couldn't help but notice that everyone at some point had to go into one particular room. And so, which was the courtroom. So her mom took her in, and she watched a trial. And she talked to the lawyer. Yeah, she illustrated this book. And that's when she realized that she wanted to be a lawyer. So this is the attorney Morales is based on her childhood. And so yeah. So I got my copy off Amazon as soon as it came out. The day it came out, I ordered it. So yeah. So my daughter illustrated this book. She must like doing coffee mugs for still lives. There was another one. All right, so this is abstract block. It's cake. She didn't spray any of these things with fixative. All right, so that's that one. And she did right on the back of it. So this one is on the back of the other one. She needs to document her stuff. I'm gonna get on her case about that. This one is from 2007. It's a skull study. Looks like some kind of pygmy skull. No notes on it. They must have been doing, the eyes are off, chin is off. So this might even be from junior high. She don't have no date on it. Judging from the handwriting and how poor the anatomy is, more likely these are junior high. Yeah, here's another one. These are hand studies. I guess they're doing their own hands. There's a hand study. This is from 2007. So this is not grade. Not grade. There's another hand study. She got better at doing hands. She has her own style now. Just that book is pretty much, that's her style. This is like one of those fisheye things where where the portrait gets skewed and you have to draw it like that. Fisheye lens. I like this hand. I guess this was an Albert Dürer one that they had to do because this been using scratches and stuff. So using hash marks and stuff. So they probably was studying Albert Dürer. They did that one. Now I got to wrap this stuff back up so they can go back. Well, I don't want it in the garage because there's no moisture control. That's just another skull study, so I'm not even going to pull that one out. So I got to wrap it back up and flatten it. So I need 2 large pieces of something to flatten that out so it lays flat. So tomorrow I will probably send my husband off to Home Depot or somewhere to find 2 large flat um pieces of panel or something, so we can store those better than the way she had them out in the garage. But did you see the fingerless gloves I finished, Barb? I'll show them to you. It's for my friend Pam Garcia, and I made her some gloves, and she's gonna be giving me some venison. So here's one. The color is off. Let me see if I can fix that. Yeah, I shouldn't have messed with the color, huh? That's yellow. That's bright. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so here's her fingerless gloves. And still had a lot of yarn left over. This is how much yarn is left. It's probably enough to do a beanie. The other thing that I've been doing is planning my gardening for spring. And that's another reason why I wanted to clean out the garage, since I'm getting back into gardening. I wanted to make sure everything was easy to get to. All my tools, my tiller. I gotta get some gas so I can get my tiller cranked up and let it run for about an hour tomorrow. No, not necessarily tomorrow, but when I get a chance to get back out into the garage. And so I've been making lists. I'm a list maker. And let's see. This is my things to do around the house, the garage. We did the cleaning out, so I can mark that off. I gotta put a doorknob. For the side door, and I did one of the windows, so still got 2 windows to repair. I got a plexiglass cutter. Let me put it on. So that's something I need to do. None of us ride bikes, so there's like 5 bikes in the garage. My husband's gonna keep one bike for himself. The rest of them we're gonna take to this local bike shop who repairs bikes and then donates them to kids and stuff. And so that's what's gonna happen to 4 of the bikes that's in the garage, because none of my kids ride bikes. I can't ride bike anymore because of my knees, and I wouldn't want to ride a bike around here anyway because people just don't pay attention. So I went through my seeds. I did a video yesterday where I went through all my seeds, going through all of them, going through the seeds that's from my dad. I have I saved the buckets that the cat litter comes in, and I gotta drill holes in those. So in February, I need to send myself a message, a calendar message to drill the holes in buckets and any pots with no drain holes. So and we got to buy more potting soil, more compost. I've been checking Facebook and Craigslist to see, because sometimes since people are being so busy doing stuff during COVID, we might be able to get some free potting soil or free compost where people take and they order or you buy too much and then they have a bunch left over and they just if you go and pick it up, it's free. So I've been checking Craigslist and stuff, looking for trying to find someone who's giving away some free plants, free bulbs, free potting soil, free mulch, free sawdust, just any type of free garden material that I can use in my compost and everything. I've been checking Craigslist and stuff for that. But when I went through all my seeds, basically I just need to order some onion sets, some seed potatoes, some rutabaga seeds, some dinosaur kale seeds, strawberries, a blueberry bush. I want to get an apple tree and I want to get a peach tree. And so those are the only things that I need to purchase as far as plants and seeds. Everything else I have that I normally grow in the garden. I'm in zone 7/8, where I live at in Virginia. And a lot of the seeds that I want to get, like different varieties, they've already sold out because so many people are decided, well, I'm going to make a garden since I'm stuck home, grow some of my own food, my own veggies and stuff. And like with my dad's seeds, since they weren't refrigerated, it's going to be hit and miss with a lot of those, because what my mind is going a mile a minute. Do I need to clarify? That the seeds are sold out? Oh, the zone, your growing zone. Like where I'm at in Virginia, it's your growing season, the growing zone, like how long you have to grow stuff. Like, and I love the Farmer's Almanac because there's always different places that I can go and get new seeds and stuff. So let me see if I can find it in here. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired now. It's starting to hit me. All that work I did today. I don't know if I can find it. And my dad's a big believer about planting with the moon phases, so I always get a Farmer's Almanac every year. Trying to find the zones. Usually they have it in here. Region forecast. That's the weather. If it's not in here, then I can just look it up. Holidays. It's the calendar. It has the eclipses in here. I love the Farmer's Almanac. Some recipes in here this year. Some gardening 101 tips. But each area has a zone. And you can just look up gardening zones. Let me see. And you can find a chart, a color-coded chart that shows you your zone. So that's like your plant hardiness. So like Florida is Florida and Texas, you can pretty much grow anything because it's subtropical. Are you in New England or are you in like Alaska? It's temperature is dropping too. It might be because I'm not moving around now. turn this up. So we need like 2 big pieces of plywood or something. Some kind of board or something. Put these in between some at the bottom where you got this up. These like big pieces of post boards. Flatten these out. And then you lay it flat on the stairs. But I got big trench plates or whatever you can put it up in. You should look fun. It was fun. So let me see. North. Ooh, you're like in the subarctic almost. So you're about an hour to the North Dakota border. You're in Canada. So you are zone 3 to zone 2, depending on what part where you are in Canada. So that means, yeah. So you definitely will have to pay attention to your planting times. And since there's like microclimates as well, so you look at the growing season for Manitoba. So y'all got a website. It ain't been updated since this chart ain't been updated since 2013. I'm pretty sure there's some gardeners who blog in your area. But this lady, she has a when to start seeds planting chart for Manitoba. Yeah, you guys are zone 3, so she'd probably be a good person to follow. She even listed what's your vegetable and when you should start it and when you should plant it outdoors. That's pretty good. It's specific for zone 3, the prairies. It's a pretty good chart. I need a chart. That's the kind of chart I want for us here in Virginia. Yep. So you should do a garden too, Barb. Have those fresh herbs and fresh veggies and greens and brassicas, like the collards, the turnips, the mustard greens, the kohlrabi, rutabaga, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. All those should do good in your zone. They like cold. Probably not as cold as it gets there. You might have to mulch it and stuff. But yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been doing all day. So I gotta put this in this is my dad's handwriting. So I gotta put this in one of my books so I can preserve his handwriting. And so yeah. I can't remember which grade that he dropped out. He got his GED when he was in the Army, because he had to drop out of school to work and stuff. So I think it was middle school. I don't think he went to high school, because he went into the Army doing 70s, 60s, and 70s. So yeah, so I need to preserve his writing. But I love my little farmer's almanac. And this year, what I want to do is like that's why I have this little book is so that I can write my notes, my ideas down, and I think that they specifically for the gardening. Today is that the 6th? I think it is December 6th. And as we go through doing stuff in the garage and stuff, I can cross stuff off. And I just can't. I haven't been this excited for gardening in a while. So I'm getting really, really excited about the upcoming year. I want to take and grow something like a vegetable that each of the kids want to have. And this year I want to try and preserve some of I want to make some, I like sweet pickles. So I want to make some sweet pickles this year. And I also want to pickle stuff besides just the pickle, the cucumbers. I want to try and pickle some watermelon rind, sweet, of course. And I want to make some hot vinegar, which is something my dad used to do. And vinegar with herbs from the garden. And hot peppers, like vinegar with hot peppers from the garden. Just, I like that spicy vinegar on sliced cucumbers with some salt and pepper and just a little bit of sugar. It is so freaking good. So freaking good. And so if we get some of our projects done, one of the things we can have is we can have 5 chickens, but you have to be hens. And so maybe we'll be able to get, and we can use their manure for compost, garden composting. But our cage will have to be completely covered up. The chicken coop will have to have a chicken wire across the top because we do have very large owls in this area, and we have foxes in this area that we're urban, but we've seen the foxes ourselves driving at night. So we will have to make sure that their yard, the wire goes down into the ground a few inches. Maybe we have to put down like some pea gravel or something like that that will irritate animals' paws that's trying to dig under the wire. And so just and make sure like they're locked inside their coop at night. It has like a latching system so that they're stuck inside at night so nothing can't get in there with them. Yes, we do that here. If the watermelon is super sweet, we sprinkle it with some salt. Tell him to try to put a little salt and pepper on his watermelon next time. My dad has even taken watermelon and put some apple cider vinegar on it. Just a little teeny bit with some salt and pepper. So you can't have a rooster because we live in the city limits. We can't have a rooster. So if we wanted to if we wanted to hatch eggs, we will have to get fertilized eggs from somebody else and hope that one of our chickens go broody. See, this is what I want, a wood stove installed. We'll probably install it in the basement so that the heat rises up and heats the whole house. if we could hang out more in the basement area. Be warmer down there and heat up the whole house. But the only bad thing about it is we would have to actually go out and buy wood, or like go down, like when we go down to North Carolina and go out and clear and get a couple of trees every year from down there off the family's land. So they got a small space garden in 101. Nice. So I would just like it for the eggs. I would hope to find chickens who do brown eggs. I like brown eggs. And I don't think we can have ducks because I would love to have duck eggs. They're actually better for you. And I found out that garlic is a deterrent for slugs and snails. So I needed I wanted to grow garlic this year so that because I'm gonna have to buy garlic for this year to boil the garlic and add it to a spray bottle. Like you boil it and you add the water to a spray bottle and you spray that on your tender plants that you don't want the slugs and stuff to get on. And yeah. Oh, these pretty flowers. We had fun. We had some cone flowers. It was like a wildflower mix, so it had some cone flowers in there. It had marigolds, zeniths, cosmos. It had a bunch of different type of flowers in the mix, and we planted in the garden. And we also had some sunflowers. I love growing sunflowers. Love growing them. And there were some finches out there, and there was like hundreds of flowers for them to choose from on the border. And these birds were fighting over one flower. So while these male birds were fighting over the flower, the females were on top of one of my giant mammoth heads, sunflower heads, and they were just as content as can be up there, just eating away at the sunflower seeds, while those two idiot male birds was down there fighting over one coneflower when there was hundreds of flowers that they could go to. It was and get the seeds out of them. It was the craziest thing I ever seen. It was so funny. So make a list like I'm doing. Make a list of your garden, stuff that you want to grow. As you watch that, look at that lady's website, and then you can pick out. And she'll probably, I wonder if she put the varieties that have been successful in your area. I love watching the British show, Gardener's World. I love watching that show. Oh, I wonder what the weather's gonna be like tonight. $20 to $30, girl, I'll be freezing my butt off if it was 20 to 30 degrees outside. And you saying it's unseasonably warm? What? Mm-mm-mm. Barb, I cannot live up there where you are, honey. I will never leave my house. I hate the cold. Oh my goodness. Oh, you don't like the heat? I love the heat. I can be outside and it's 100 degrees and I'm just chilling, enjoying the heat, finally feeling warm to my bones. And other people will be out there about dying, acting like they're about to die. It's so hot to them. It's so hot. All right, take care. I'm getting ready to head out too.